Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Amazon's attempts to speedrun the death of their own game. I'm not entirely sure why they decided this was a good idea, but they did, and yeah, it's not paid off. It really hasn't. So let's take a look. So for those of you who aren't entirely sure what this is about, New World posted this to their users that were under an NDA and currently testing the alpha. Premium currency shop internal testing. New World is introducing in-game purchases for special cosmetic items for players and their in-game homes. We will sell cosmetics in the forms of item skins, dyes, company crests, and emotes. We may sell quality of life items or boosts that will help players improve their time spent leveling up their characters and trade skill experience. We're committed on keeping the competitive systems fair and balanced for all customers, and purchases will not provide a competitive edge over another player who chooses not to purchase additional items. During the May release, we'll be testing our in-game store. Players will be seeded with a new currency, Marks of Fortune, that can purchase a Lumberjack skin, premium emote, and red, black, and gold dye packs. For a limited time during May, the in-game storefront will be activated for testing using the granted Marks of Fortune. The items you acquire through this test will not be permanent. Future premium currency testing will come in June and July. Right, now, there's a big issue with this. One, this was provided to only people under an NDA. Meaning the potential people that are going to buy this are not seeing this up front and centre. This is very much hidden from us. And when this is now a very defining factor for a lot of people on whether they're going to play this or not, this is big news. This should be front and center where anyone who wants to, consider buying this game can see this. But it wasn't. And after this info leaked to the general public, they made a response. So let's take a look. Some questions have come up recently from our alpha patch notes discussing an in-game storefront. Our plan in having a storefront is to create an outlet for players who find enough value in store items that they are happy to purchase them. Thank you, Amazon, for explaining to me how free trade works. Our plan is not and never will be to create a feeling that the store items are necessary to enjoy the game. All players will be able to play the full game experience we ship without having to make store purchases. Right. I work 60 miles away from home. I can walk there every day. I could also drive a fucking car. Guess which one I'm going to do? If you place something so inconvenient in the way of someone, they will go the more expensive route because there is not really any other option. What you are saying here is we are so bad at level design, quests, just the general leveling experience. We've made that so bad that you're going to want to buy this. You will be able to do it without, but you're going to want to buy it. Now, all that tells me is that you have failed as game designers. Because you're currently trying to sell a solution to a problem that you haven't even released. If you are aware that this is a problem and that people are going to hate it, fix it. Do not accept that your work is shoddy, that your work is not going to be appreciated, and then sell people the solution to your very own problem. I feel I shouldn't even need to tell you that. And that's only applying to level and trade skill profession boosts. This doesn't even delve into the cosmetics, which, as I put a poll out on YouTube, and 1,000 people answered nearly, what is the worst part of microtransactions? Level/profession boosts. Got a 69%. Nice. Cool armor being put on the cash shop got 26%, and 5% don't mind. I agree that level profession boost is a huge issue. I also agree, though, that the cool armor being put on the cash shop is one of the bigger issues for me personally. The reason that this is an issue is because of this. This is something that a lot of people may remember quite vividly from World of Warcraft. In 2014, they decided to post these 3 helmets as a transmog. They had no stats, they were just cosmetic overrides. I was somebody who collected the cosmetic transmogrification gear, the overrides. And I can't remember what class I was playing back then. I think it was a Holy Paladin. Most of the dungeons at the time that this came out had no gear that was stats-wise really any good for me. I'd already got the best I could. So the new dungeons weren't worth playing for stats. They also weren't very hard, so I didn't play them for the challenge, you know, the nostalgic feeling of just smashing through a dungeon, you know, the dopamine. That's not what I played it for. At that time, I would have happily run through all of these dungeons to get the cosmetics for it. I could have gone through and got the helmets that were really cool, but they weren't in the dungeons because these were them. I could only buy them. So do you know what I did? I in fact cancelled my subscription for the next 3 months until new dungeons came out where I could go and collect my cosmetic stuff. You might be thinking, but other people bought these. And that's right. Now, for $15 to $20, that's about a month and a half subscription time per one of these that they sell. But from me, they lost 3 months of subscription, at least. This is the other side effect of cosmetics. If you take cosmetics rewards away from content, no one has reason to play that content. I mean, sure, there might be stats upgrades on some of the gear, but for people who are ahead of the curve with stats and don't find these dungeons a personal challenge, you've really only got gear, like the cosmetics of the gear, as an avenue of reward. And you've just sold that out for a quick $15-20. That's when games run into issues, when you remove every possible avenue of reward. And I don't want to see that happen to New World, because I have genuinely been excited for New World. Anyone who knows me and has spoken to me through Discord or on Twitter knows I am excited about New World. And I don't want to see this game fail because of something so greedy. And I suppose it's just as well that they said this before the game comes out, because this gives people the chance to speak with their wallet now. It's early enough that the pre-orders can be cancelled. It's early enough that people can just not show interest in ordering it at all. This could be the chance for us to actually have our say on this. And this is why it was under an NDA, by the way, because they knew that if this got out to the wider public, it would have an effect on their sales so early on. But they failed with that now, and they've made their bed, they need to lie in it. I'm super intrigued to find out what you guys think about this, because I know that this sort of opinion on microtransactions can differ from audience to audience, so I'd be interested to see what my audience think about this. So leave a comment below and let me know where you draw the line on microtransactions, what you think is acceptable and what you think is pushing it too far. Again, super interested to actually find out what you guys think on this. Also remember, comment, like, subscribe, hit that little bell thing because it does stuff. We are coming up to 4,000 subscribers. That's absolute insanity that my audience has grown that big. Now, I know that a lot of people are only here for the Dreamworld drama, and that's okay. But a lot of you are actually enjoying my other content as well, as I've been told, which is super exciting because I do plan to branch out from just Dreamworld. Right, in my last video, there were some really unusual audio issues that I just want to point out were not audio issues during the editing. It was during the rendering that there seemed to be an issue. Now, it turned out it was a conflict between RTX voice and my model of microphone having this weird thing where it's got like a setting where you can put it in like ASMR mode, where it's like left and right ears separated. Like severely separated, and for some reason it was jumping between that and standard like shotgun mic, and it was doing that during the render for some reason. I don't know why it was doing that, but it was splitting the audio, merging it, splitting it, merging, which is why the quality kept jumping. Now, I think I've temporary fixed it until I can get a new microphone. Because it is an inherent issue with this microphone and what I'm using. So hopefully this isn't going to annoy you guys too much. As I say, I think I've got it temp fixed for now. But yeah, this brings me to my next point. Thanks to my new patrons, this is something that we'll be able to replace relatively soon. As you guys seem to be growing day by day, I think we'll have no problems replacing this microphone in the coming weeks.